I found this space as soon as I pulled in. I knew. I heard the water and I felt peace. And that was something I hadn't felt for a long time. So I immediately said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this place.
Paradise for Air Force veteran Rachel Sumja that went from this to this in a matter of hours.
The sun came out. We went into town to have dinner. And we came back. And I was like, babe, we looked down the road and right here where the bridge is, there was water. I was like, what? Over the bridge, just a little. And I was like, oh my gosh. And out here I had some tables and chairs. They were half underwater. And I was like, so we stood there and we're like, oh my gosh.
This is getting a little serious.
Helene's relentless rainfall caused the Nolichucky River to rise and rise, with officials sending out code red warnings about a possible dam failure. That didn't happen, but the damage from Helene was very real for Rachel.
So we're watching it, and I'm starting to realize that we are in trouble. We are in trouble. If we don't get out, we're going to be stuck. And so we grabbed our important papers, the clothes that I had. I grabbed a hoodie and some extra jeans, and we left.
When she finally returned, she was shocked.
Everywhere mud up to probably our shins. It was in the house. It looked apocalyptic because my yard was so beautiful and green with all those plants and weeds. These are my little beacons of hope. They bloom so beautiful.
She made this property her home and her livelihood.
So I had no idea what all this stuff was popping up in my yard, and there were so many different kinds of flowers and beautiful plants. Everything was like, this is edible. This is medicinal. This was used in folk medicine. This was used in Native American medicine.
Rachel started making tinctures from the plants that she sells on her Etsy shop, Tennessee Herbal Company. And now mud and silt cover every inch of her yard, and all of her plants are gone.
All of the trees on the other side of the river were so high and so big. They've been there for years and years, and the river pushed them over like toothpicks.
This section of the Nolichucky River in Greenville is usually fairly shallow, about 18 inches high, and it rose 60 to 80 feet into the second floor of this home.
So it's probably hard to imagine. I had just bought this home 3 years ago, moved out of a bad situation, brought my daughter, and I bought my first home at 48 years old. I was in the military, so we moved every 2 years. And it was kind of our safe place. The kitchen was here, the little dining area here, and the couch and the TV. It was really nice. I had plants everywhere, and it was just a really cozy space, and to have this view. Every morning having coffee, and it was just a really, really peaceful place.
The water reached this line inside Rachel's home.
Not only can I show you the water line, which was here, we got some little motion in the ocean down here. Crazy.
The second floor of the home somehow weathered the storm.
So up here, where my daughter was, thank goodness, was untouched. But even like this just makes my heart warm. Like, she had a good meal the night before. Just the things like that, you know.
The night before, her life changed so dramatically. And now she's left dealing with things like insurance claims and FEMA.
Once I got my denial letter, I did apply for FEMA.
FEMA offered her $38,000 for home repairs. The estimate she received for the rebuild, $150,000.
And it's just like, this is awful. This is awful. I don't know what I'm going to do. I try not to think that too far ahead because that's a very scary thought.
But the community support is what has gotten her through.
It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. That's like the reason I'm here and I'm okay and I can see like a hope and a rebuild. These people that showed up, and there was a church that showed up. I would never have these blessings from this community had I not been in this situation.
Another thing that has gotten Rachel through this hardship, her fiancé, Steve Reuter from Knoxville, who she met online. He has provided a home for Rachel and her daughter. They moved in with Steve and his 4 daughters after the flood.
Steve, my fiance, provided such a safe place for her to come in. He's got 4 daughters of his own, and it was just such a welcoming place for her to be able to heal and to bring her things that were not touched.
It's been a blessing as well, just to be able to reground our relationship and be able to support Rachel and Ava through this. And I think I'll be reflecting on it for many years to come. You know, I'm still processing it, really. Yeah. It's overwhelming.
Steve is the one who posted this video on TikTok that went viral.
The first video I put out has, I think, 8.5 million views, and it shows the before and after, because the view here is just incredible. And the view afterwards was just something I could never imagine. It looked like an A-bomb went off. And that video just flourished. I mean, it just went crazy. In 48 hours, it was over 6 million views and just exploded.
This helped spread the word about Rachel's situation.
I created a GoFundMe, and we're just really grateful for that, which, you know, we wouldn't have that opportunity if it wasn't for the TikTok video going viral.
I'm a big believer in everything happening for a reason. And the flood was a test of that, because this was the home. I was like, this is the most amazing place I've ever found, and I feel at peace here, and my daughter's healing here, and I'm healing here. And I met the love of my life while I was here, and just creating this space together. I was going to get some chickens and some goats, and I was almost there, and I had my tinctures going. It was just, that was a little hard to lose that vision, but I'm like, you know what? I can still have that vision. Just take me a little longer.
In Greenville, with William Winnett, I'm Abby Ham.